No, every single person wished that the person they're dating will just come out and tell them in simple words that, I will like to marry you someday. At least it stops you from trying to figure it out by yourself. Although we want this to be our case, it just doesn't happen for some. The world presently is full of, and even when someone says it to you, you need to be sure to be on the safer side so you don't waste your time with a person who doesn't have plans to marry you someday. Here are some signs that will help you know if this person will marry you someday. Actions are more convincing than words, and I know you want to see it for yourself, so you know where you belong. One of the signs that the person will marry you someday is that they make plans with you inclusively. This is one of the easiest ways to know that this person is going to marry you someday. He or she will always include you in the picture whenever they're talking about the future. When they talk about how they want their future to look like, you will realize that you are always in the picture of this. This person might not come out plain to start talking about wedding bells or planning a marriage yet with you, but you will know that they are going to marry you because they put you in their plans for the future. It might be that at this present time, the resources are not fully ready, and that's why he or she is scared to talk about wedding bells or preparation. When he or she is also talking about the future, they make use of the word we and not I or me. They freely discuss dreams, hopes, and expectations about the future with you, and that's because they see you as someone whom they can trust. Beloved, as long as this person has shown you that you're a key character in his or her future, then be rest assured that he or she will marry you soon. Another sign that the person will marry you someday is when they make you an important part of the decision making. Whether it's a decision that is concerned about the present or future, they will always call you to hear about what you think that they should do. A person who has plans to marry you someday will not just make a statement about his future with just the we word in it. He or she will go further to ask you what you think when they are about to make major decisions that are going to affect you. At times, some even go as far as asking your opinion even when the decision that they are about to make doesn't affect you both. It's just about them, but because they consider you a major part of their life, they want to hear what you think they should do. Every decision that a person will make concerning his future, if he plans on marrying you someday, then he should ask your opinion because it also concerns you. You're not just a unit, but an integral part of that decision making. When you are with someone who does not consult you when they're making decisions about their life, even when it concerns the part that has to do with a couple, then it proves that they don't consider you as someone important or someone they plan to marry someday. Also, one of the very common signs that you can see when that person will have plans to marry you someday is that they will introduce you to people who matter in their life. These people include his or her family and important friends that they really value their opinion and they also mean a lot to them. When a person really loves you and has plans of spending forever with you, trust me, he will be eager to announce you to his family and friends. He is so proud of you that he just wants every other person who's around him or her to see that. We all consider our family as important people, and we don't like them seeing our business if it's not something serious. There is this level of respect that we have for the family because they are the ones who raised us and taught us the values and beliefs that made us who we are today. Someone who's responsible will always look at his family from this side of respect, and trust me, he will not introduce you to his family, especially if he does not have plans of marrying you someday. Now, I want to emphasize the word responsible. You need to be sure that this person that you're looking at for the signs is a responsible person. There are people who are irresponsible and so they don't care what their parents think about who they bring to the house to introduce them to. If you are sure that this person is responsible, then you can be sure that he or she introducing you to his family and friends, which are the people that matter in their lives, then it's a sign that he or she will marry you someday. More so, another sign that someone will marry you someday is when that person makes sacrifices for you. Love is all about making sacrifices for the people you claim you love, and when you intend to marry someone, you must first love that person, and with love comes a lot of sacrifices. A person who intends to marry you someday will make sacrifices for you that you don't need to be told that they went out of their way to get that thing for you. They will always come through for you in your difficult times that you needed somebody to save you. A person who will marry you someday must have already learned to put you first And they did just that even when you expected them to put themselves first. We make sacrifices every day for the people we love, and it comes naturally without the other party begging for it. Beloved, if you're the one begging him or her to make sacrifices for you or to help you whenever you need help, then you can be sure that this person does not have plans to marry you. And even when you eventually persuade them, you're only going to end up frustrated because they will constantly make you beg for anything that you need. When a person loves you, values, and has plans to marry you someday, they will go out of their way to make you happy, even if it's in a little way. If you have seen this sign from that person, then you can be sure that he or she will marry you someday. Lastly, one of the signs that he or she will marry you someday is that he or she is committed to you and consistent. When someone has plans to marry you someday, he or she will be committed to the relationship that you both have now. They will always keep to their words when they make a promise to you. They will be consistent in your life no matter the problems that you both are having. They will always make the effort so that you both can sort out your differences. When a person is committed to you, he or she will always make out time for you. Even when they are busy with work, they will try not to be too late for a date that you both have planned to go on, and they will always have the time to spare for you anytime you need someone to talk. When a person is not committed in a relationship, it proves that you are not important and they don't value you enough to want to spend forever with you. Without commitment, a marriage cannot stand. You don't want to be with someone who is not going to be committed to making your relationship work. If he or she is committed, then be sure that they will marry you someday. If you've seen all these signs in the person you expected, the person you have imagined spending the rest of your life with, then congratulations. It's only a matter of time before they ask you the big question that I know you're longing to hear. That's if you're a lady, and for the man, if a lady has shown you all these signs, then I think I have helped you to confirm if she is the one for you, or if she sees you as someone she also intends to spend the rest of her life with someday. If you're also out there and you are yet to see these signs from the person you expect, don't be so fast to give up. These signs take time before it begins to show. For some people, it takes being with someone for a few weeks and they just know, and for others it takes years. We are all different, but in all of these, don't forget to always seek to know the will of God for you with this person. My prayer for you today is that you find the answer you're looking for, and that you don't fall into the hands of someone who will pretend to show you all these signs and still end up wasting your time on someone who will make you believe he or she is the right one, but later prove it was a mistake. Stay blessed.